who was a clerk in a store up in Minnesota, was picked out and tabbed, and he is doing very well so far for the Lions. He's set for the kickoff. The Browns are set to receive it, and set to call it for you is Gib Shanley.
Thank you, Jim. Good afternoon, everyone. Charlie Lee and Bo Scott waiting. It's Scott on the 2-yard line to the 5-10, cuts back toward the middle, 15 to the 20, breaks the hole open, and then gets hit at the 25 and down on the 26. Hole opened briefly on the hash marks, then closed in a hurry, and Craig Cotton made the tackle. 24, almost a 25-yard return. The ball is just shy of the 27-yard line. Browns go into the huddle. Nelson's the quarterback. Kelly and Johnson the running backs. Collins is split forward right end. Warfield flanked out far to the left. Morin's out a yard at left end. Handoff comes to Johnson inside the end to the 30, 35, drives to the 37. That should be about a first down. Tackle made by Jerry Rush and Paul Namoff. That's just about a 10-yard pickup. Warfield again, flanked to the left. Collins out now about 5 yards at right end. Morin out a half yard at left end. Nelson gives to Kelly, sweeping left end, cuts back inside to the 40, 41, 42, and driven down on the 42, fumble the ball at about the 40-yard line, and the officials are unpiling. The Browns recover the ball.
Philadelphia already up on Dallas, 7-0.
Collins flanked right, Morin's out 2 at right end. Warfield a 5-yard split at left end. Nelson back to throw his first pass. He looks, he has time. He throws deep to Warfield. It's overthrown down on the 30-yard line. Dick LeBeau was covering. The Pairnet a little mix-up on the pattern between Warfield and Nelson.
Bill, as you know, had plenty of time on that when the line held up very fine on that when Warfield was open at the 40, but I don't think Bill saw him right off the bat.
And for the players, not too hot. Collins flanked to the right, 3rd and 7. Morin's out 3 at right end. Warfield out 5 at left end. Nelson back in the pocket. A blitz on. He's hit. And it's thrown incomplete. He really got decked by the safety blitz of Tommy Vaughn. He went right up the middle on a sort of delay blitz. Nelson just pumped it up in front of himself to get rid of the football.
I think he was looking for Gary Collins, and Lem Barney was holding Gary up on the line, much in the manner of Pat Fisher. He went right up on the line, right next to Gary, in defending the flanker.
Larry Walton are back in double safety at the Detroit 17. Cockcroft going into this game leading the league in punting. High snap, he has it, and a high short kick. No return on that one. Barney holds it on the 21. Wasn't a long one, but it's 38 yards. More important, no return. At their own 21-yard line. 12:57 remaining, first quarter.
Pittsburgh gone up on the Cardinals 7-0 in a game down in Pittsburgh. A couple of Century Division ball clubs meeting head on.
Bill Munson is the quarterback for Detroit. Farr and Watkins are the running backs. McCullough is split out to the left about 10 yards, and Malinchak, the flankers, flank to the right. And the handoff comes to Farr, turning right in. He's nailed at the 24-yard line, and a good play by defensive left end Ron Snidow. Pickup of 3. McCullough again splits out about 10 at left end. Malinchak is flanked out to the right. Sanders out about 2 yards at right end. Munson back in the pocket, setting up. Gregory's after him. Got him! Down he goes on the 20. Jack Gregory. And he took Roger Scholes right down into the quarterback with him. That'll be about a 4-yard loss. It'll be 3rd down and 11. Malinchak again flanked out to the right. McCullough splits 10 at left end. Sanders out about a half yard at right end. 3rd and 11. Munson back to throw at the 10. He's hit as he throws it incomplete. Screen pass to the right to Charlie Sanders, his slot in. Browns got in faster than the Browns Lions wanted him to, even though they wanted to rush foot on. And a big hand for the Browns defense.
Well, you got to hand it to him, Gib, because Munson sent down only 3 receivers on that when he kept 2 men back to block, and they still got at it.
Lem Barney will do the punting for Detroit. Safety men are Walt Sumner and Reese Morrison. Back at the Cleveland 35. Good snap. Kick is almost blocked. Wobbly kick. Morrison on the 43 of the Browns. Breaks the 50 to the 45 of the Lions, and he's hit down on the 42-yard line. Reese Morrison strikes again. 14-yard return on the 37-yard punt. The Browns have the ball in Detroit territory. There's an official timeout on the field. The score, the Browns nothing and the Lions nothing. Warfield's out 4 at left end. Milt Morin's out about 2 yards at right end. Hand off to Johnson. Left guard, a hold to the 40. He's into about the 36-yard line. You see a new wrinkle on from Ron Johnson today. We'll tell you as it happens. Collins flank to the right. Hand off. Kelly up the middle. Gets the 35 to about the 34-yard line. He was hit first by Karras. Tripped him off balance, and Lucci and Wayne Walker then made the tackle. Collins flank right. Morin splits 2 at right end. Warfield splits 4 at left end. Blitz, safety blitz. Nelson throws in the right flat, incomplete. Flag on the play, thrown by the head linesman. Tommy Vaughn, the safety blitz again. Made Nelson throw it in a hurry. Apparently it's against the Browns. Talking to Detroit. Across the way, the Detroit coaches are waving them off, telling them to decline the penalty. Which they do. 41-yarder, angle left. Nelson will hold. Hoagland snaps it. The ball spotted. The kick's in the air. It's a bad one. Hit that one bad. Hits on the 3 and goes into the end zone for a touchback. And the Detroit Lions will again get the ball in play on the 20-yard line. Cockroft's first miss of the season. Excuse me, Jim. Detroit just changed quarterbacks. Greg Landry, second-year man from Massachusetts, is the quarterback. McCullough split out 8 yards to the left. Sanders out 3 at right end. Malinchak flank right. Hand off far. Caught at the line and scoots him to about the 23. Walter Johnson grabbed him first. Couldn't quite hang on to make the complete tackle. Houston then put him down. Gain of 3.
I am looking at someone, and I don't know who it is because he has some trainers around, but I'll spot him soon.
Same offensive alignment for Detroit. Second down and 7. Landry to throw. He pumps. He throws. It is caught up at the 37-yard line. That's Malinchak, I believe. It's John Wright who's replaced Malinchak as the flanker. First
That's
down.
Right. The trainers and someone, I'm not familiar with their personnel, but Munson is getting up off the bench now, but they were hovering over him.
Ball spotted on the 36-yard line. Now the Lions have a flood formation to the right. 3 receivers out to the right side and a wing back to the left. And the handoff. Comes to far. He's hit over left tackle to about the 37. A hard play by Upshaw and Lindsey. Make that far, not Eddie. Watkins now, wing left. Again, the flood formation to the right. Landry back in the pocket. Sets up. He throws deep, and it is intercepted by Mike Howell on the 20. He's knocked down back on about the 17-yard line by Wright, the intended receiver. But the Browns get the ball. That ball was way overthrown. Boston Patriots lead the New York Jets 7-3. Unofficial timeout on the field. The score, the Browns nothing, the Lions nothing. Warfield flanked out to the left. Collins splits 4 at right end. Milt Morin's out about 1.5 yards at left end. Nelson to throw. Quick one caught by Morin over the middle. He's down on the 25-yard line. Tackle made by Mike Weger. 8-yard pickup. Weger's one of the safeties. He's from Bowling Green. Well, Bill Nelson said he would throw to his slot ends a little more this week.
He was apologizing for not hitting more and more often last week against Washington. Baltimore has gone up on Atlanta. Matty got a 1-yard plunge for a touchdown.
Warfield flank left, Collins out 4 to the right. Morin's out a yard now at left end. And off Johnson up the middle. He should have the first down as he cracks over the 27 to about the 28-yard line. Larry Hand made the tackle along with Paul Naumoff, the left side linebacker. It's a gain of 3, and it's a first down Cleveland. Fred Hoagland threw one of the good blocks that time on Mike Lucci. Warfield again will flank left. Collins out about 3 at right end. Morin's out about 2 at left end. Nelson to throw. Left sideline. Warfield's got it. Out of bounds on the 37-yard line. Good for 9 more.
Nothing you can do on that as LeBeau's got to protect the inside. Warfield went down, faked the cut to the inside, went to the outside, pick up 9 yards.
2nd and 1. Warfield's out 4 at left end. Morin splits a couple of yards at right end. And off to Kelly, right tackle. That'll be a first down up to the 44-yard line. Check that 39-yard line. Monty Clark's blocking. Alex Karras made the tackle. First down, Cleveland. 6:10 remaining, first quarter, no score. Kelly is 3 carries for just 7 yards. Most of them have been short yardage situations. Collins flank right, Warfield out 5 to the left. Fake handoff, Nelson to throw. In the middle, Ron Johnson can't get it. Down on the Detroit 31-yard line, and Tommy Vaughn played him very well. Warfield, Collins, Morin, and Johnson were all out on the pass pattern. The play action pass. Warfield flank left. Morin tight at left end. Collins out about 7 at right end. Nelson hands off, fakes the draw, throws a screen the right flat to Kelly, 35, 40, down on the 40. Good play by Paul Naumoff. The left linebacker didn't go for Kelly's fake. Oh, that's a pickup for just about a yard.
I think he had about 95% of them picked up a first down, so although his percentage isn't so good, it's the time they come.
Warfield flank left, Collins out 4 to the right, Morin 2 at left end, Nelson to throw. He drills it to Warfield. He's got it, and a beautiful catch, and he's down on the Detroit 37-yard line. He's going to get up slowly. LeBeau hit him right at the knees as he was up in the air grabbing the ball. Ball, I believe, is going. No, he's staying in the ball game.
Well, the thing there you had to concern yourself was the fact that he might have been coming down on that shoulder. Although that shoulder injury is a couple of years old, but he was way up in the air as tall can go, and then came down on his shoulders and his head.
24-yard pickup. First down Cleveland. They spotted on the 36 of Detroit. Collins flank right. Warfield out 5 to the left. Morin's out a yard at right end. Handoff. Kelly sweeping left end. Blocked by Hickerson. Hurdles the line and gets knocked down right on the 35-yard line. Naumoff again did a fine job. Hickerson took out Barney, the cornerback. But Naumoff made the tackle, just a yard pickup. Collins will flank right. Warfield splits 5 at left end. Barnes tight at right end. Give to Ron Johnson, sweeping left end. Blocked by Damari. He's to the 30. Down on the 30-yard line. Tommy Vaughn made the tackle. Damari cleared the way. 5 yards picked up. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
That's what Blanton Kiley has been talking about. He is thrilled with the way that Johnson is running behind his blockers, and as soon as Damari cleared his man, Johnson was cutting with him, cutting inside to get down for the 5-yard pickup.
Morin's out 3 to the right. Warfield splits 5 at left end. Nelson throwing. Collins open, got it on the 20, 15, 10, down on the 9-yard line. Len Barney made the tackle. Lions had a blitz on, left a lot of one-on-one coverage. And Collins really beat his man, coming right off the line in a hurry. 21-yard pickup.
And with that blitz, it carries the safety man out of there and the linebacker out of there, and Barney was one-on-one, as you mentioned, on Gary Collins, and he got no help.
back to the left. Ends are in. First time out of the double wing today. Handoff. Johnson left guard. That's hold of the 5-4. Down to the 3. Backed up on the 3 by Mike Lucci and Mike Weeder. That hole opened beautifully behind Damari and Hoagland. Chip Glass coming in the lineup now, replacing Warfield. 2 slot ends in the ball game. And the hand for Paul.
Johnson got racked up on the 4-yard line, or on the 6-yard line, and he was standing straight up. He wasn't bent over at all, and he still was able to gain another 3 yards down to the 3.
Second and goal, 1:15 to play first quarter. The ends are in. Collins with a flanker to the right. Give to Johnson, right guard to about the 2 maybe. That's about it. Joe Robb, the defensive left end, pinched in. And Mike Lucci, the middle linebacker. Ends are out about a yard. Collins, a wingback out to the right. Nelson reaching under. Fakes the handoff. Going to throw it in the middle. And it's touchdown to Collins. Flag on the play. Hold it. Flag on the play. It's against Cleveland. And it's holding.
15 big ones.
That puts the ball out to the 21. Warfield's back in the lineup. Third down, 21 for a touchdown. 18 seconds remaining in the period. Collins, flank right. Warfield splits 8 at left end. Lawrence out about a yard at right end. Nelson to throw. Has time. Throws to Warfield. A touchdown! So well that Dick LeBeau stumbled and fell trying to make the turn with him. Cockcroft will attempt the point. Nelson holding. 12 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Spot. Kick. It is good. So we have 12 seconds to play in the first quarter. The Browns hit the scoreboard. Jim?
On that play, too, Gib, that's another one of those plays we've been telling you about, how they do it on a count. And Warfield, when he was cutting to the post and then went to the flag, went to the corner of the end zone, Nelson put the ball in the air when actually Warfield was going away from it. But he knew that Warfield was going to make his ultimate cut to the flag, and that's where Dick LeBeau lost his footing, and Warfield was wide open, and that's really coming back because it takes a lot out of you after you've scored a touchdown and then get penalized 15 yards from the spot of the offensive holding and come right back. 83 yards and 13 plays. The first score of the afternoon. Lots of 7s on the scoreboard. Pittsburgh over the Cardinals by 7-0. Dallas, Philadelphia, well, they don't have it on the scoreboard. We mentioned Dallas went up 14-7. Baltimore leading Atlanta 7-0. And the Giants over the Bears 7-0. And Boston over the New York Jets 7-3. Cleveland 7 and Detroit nothing. With just time for this opening kickoff and probably not opening kickoff, the kickoff and one play that would end the first quarter. So Marvin Upshaw gets his first shot at it this afternoon. Kickoff. Deep men at the goal line are Larry Walton and Lem Barney. There's the whistle, the approach, and the kick. Well hit. Barney, 5 yards deep, coming out with it. 5, 10, 15, spins away, 20, gets knocked hard. Fumble the ball! At the 20-yard line, the whistle is blown. Billy Andrews grabbed the ball. He's also on the tackle. They blew the first play dead at the 21-yard line. As the gun sounds, that's the end of the first quarter with a score. Cleveland 7, Detroit nothing. The Browns-Lions break on their own 21. Wright is the flanker to the left. Sanders out 3 at left end. McCullough splits about 5 at right end.
Landry hands to Farr, sweeping left end, hit back at the 19, gets back just to the 21-yard line. Snidow made the tackle, but Lindsay and Johnson knocked him off balance back at the 19, so it's no gain.
And Snidow had to go a long way for that one because he's the left defensive end, and he got him way over on the right side of the Browns' defensive line.
Game tackling and good pursuit are the signs of an alert defense. Wright will flank right. McCullough will be the slot back to the right side. And Watkins a wing back to the left. Flag down. Hand off to Farr. Left tackle, 26, 27-yard line, close to the 28. Matheson and Johnson on the tackle. I believe the Browns were offside. Marvin Upshaw jumped. Same alignment. Watkins wing left. McCullough slot right. Wright is split to the right. Hand off to Farr. Right tackle. Not much of a hole. He's nailed by Jim Houston. At about the 27, maybe the 28. Matheson helped on it. Farr didn't go far. Got a yard. 3rd and 3. Wright is flanked to the left. McCullough splits 5 at right end. Sanders out 2 at left end. Landry to throw. He fires. It is caught. Beautiful catch up the 40-yard line as Wright went high in the air. Knocked down by Freddie Summers. Good for 12. 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Cleveland Browns Football Network.
This is the radio home of the Cleveland Browns.
15 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Lions out of the huddle, 1st and 10 at the 40. Right flank to the left. McCullough's out 7 at right end. Landry to throw again. Blitz on. He's hit. And he's down. Snidow hitting first. He got away from him, and then Walter Johnson slapped him down. Ball is spotted on about the 31-yard line. Spotted 9-yard loss. Nose of the ball closer to the 31. Wright is flank right. Sanders out 2 at right end. McCullough splits 5 at left end. 2nd and 19. Landry, hands on the draw. No running room for Watkins. Down on the 32-yard line. Matheson and Upshaw were there to make the tackle. 3rd down, about 17 to go. The nose of the ball close to the 33-yard line. Gone in the second quarter. Browns lead 7-0. Wright will flank right. Sanders out 2 at right end. McCullough's out 5 at left end. Landry back to throw. He's under pressure. He's hit. He's down on the 20-yard line. Jack Gregory nailed him from behind. Snidow helped on it. 12-yard loss. 4th down coming. Listen to this hand for the defensive unit.
And they line McCullough up on the left side and put him against Walt Sumner. And I think Landry wanted to go to McCullough deep.
In double safety at the 35-yard line, Lem Barney will punt. There's the snap. And a low end-over-end kick. Sunders got it on the 45 to the 50 and down on the Browns' 49-yard line. Caught that one in some traffic, too. Bill Cottrell made the tackle for Detroit. 33-yard punt, 5-yard return. And there's an official timeout on the field with the score. The Browns 7, the Lions nothing. Out of the huddle, starting at the Detroit 49. Collins flank right. Warfield out 3 to the left. Morris out a half-yard to right end. Give to Kelly, right tackle, 47-yard line. That's about it. Mike Lucci stacked it up. The middle linebacker also on it is Larry Hand, the defensive right end. Ball will be spotted close to the 46-yard line. So it's almost a 3-yard pickup. Warfield flank to the left. LeBeau covering him. Collins splits 5 to the right. Lem Barney's on him. Give to Ron Johnson, sweeping right end, blocked by Hickerson. He's to the 43-yard line and out of bounds by Mike Lucci. Ran out of sideline space. That will bring up a third down. About 4 to go.
Alex Karras, who is normally the left tackle, moved over to the right side, his right side of Fred Hoagland. He was keying on Johnson, and Johnson went the other way.
Warfield flanks far to the left. Gary Collins splits 5 at right end. Morin's out a yard at left end. Nelson's going to throw it. Setting back. Looks. Drills one in the middle. It is incomplete. Intended for Morin. Battling Wayne Walker was there with him. Ball jarred loose. Don Cockroft coming out. We'll see if he's going for the punt or the field goal. Apparently going for a field goal. Now Nelson spotting close to the 50. Here's the spot. Kick. It is no good, off to the left. So the touchback, the Lions will put the ball in play at the 20-yard line. That would appear to be far enough, but a little bit off to the left. Cockroft slams off his helmet. He's missed 2 now. An official timeout on the field. The score, the Browns 7, the Lions nothing. Bill Munson back in at quarterback for Detroit. McCullough's a slot back right. Wright is split to the right side. And Watkins a wing back to the left. And off to Farr. He's nailed in the backfield by Marvin Upshaw. Back on the 18-yard line. He just wrapped his big arms around him. Marvin almost beat the ball. 3-yard loss. Mark it on the 17-yard line. Now McCullough's a slot back to the left. Wright is split out to the right side. There's the draw. And off to Farr. He's nailed at about the 22-yard line by Johnson and by Lindsey. And Farr is a little angry. He's probably frustrated by now. The last 2 plays, he's really been hit hard. He has 10 yards and 7 carries.
And to give you further proof of the Browns' fine defensive game so far, most of the Detroit Lions offense has been deep in its own territory. They did hit the 40 with that pass to Wright, but they've started 3 times from their own 20 and been unable to pick up first downs from that deep position.
3rd and 8. Wright flank to the right. McCullough splits 7 to the left. Sanders out 2 at right end. Back to throw goes Munson. Right side. It is caught by Watkins. We have a flag way back at the 20-yard line. Watkins loses about a yard on the play. I believe the Browns started to jump offside, came back. The head linesman did not call it. It'll cost the Browns 5 yards. Still 3rd down. Now about 4 to go. About 3 to go for the first down. 3.5. Wright splits out to 10 yards to the right side. McCullough's a slot back to the right. Watkins a wing back to the left. Munson to throw. He's under pressure. Left side to Farr. 25, 30, 35, and he is knocked out of bounds on the 42-yard line. On there and then went to his outlet man on the left. Wright is the flanker to the right. McCullough splits 5 at left end. Sanders out a yard at right end. Munson back to pass. Look. Fires right flat. Watkins drops the ball on the 42-yard line. Summers was covering. 8.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter, and the Browns with a 7-0 lead. Second and 10.
The Cardinals have gone up on Pittsburgh now by a 10-7 count.
We'll also keep you posted on the 2 baseball playoff games today. Wright is flanked to the left. McCullough splits 8 at right end. Sanders out about a yard at left end. Uh-oh. Offside, I believe. Munson to throw it.
Left sideline. Watkins has it. He's hit, and he's down at the Browns' 45-yard line. He almost ran over Walt Sumner. 12-yard pickup. Ron Snydow had jumped and did not get back. Lions will take the game. First down. Jim, this is the first time Detroit's crossed the 50, I believe. That's right. It makes it real easy for them when they realize that even if they don't make a pickup on the play, they're going to gain the 5 yards, and the Browns can't let down because they could go for a long gainer, but they knew at least that they were going to get the offside penalty. Right is flanked to the left. McCullough splits 7 at right end. And off to Watkins up the middle. Walter Johnson wraps him up with Marvin Upshaw at the 41-yard line. Fake handoff. Back to throw. Munson drills one deep. It is intercepted again by Mike Carl on the 1-yard line, I believe. Now it's a touchback back to the 20-yard line. Intended for John Wright. That's Mike's second interception. As long as you're within the 5-yard line on that dip and you go into the end zone, why, then it's a touchback. If he was beyond the 5, he would have been at the spot. Official timeout on the field. The score, the Browns 7, the Lions nothing. Collins flanked to the right. Warfield out 4 at left end. Morin splits a yard and a half at right end. Hand off to Kelly, sweeping right end. Cuts back outside, he's in trouble. Down on the 19-yard line. Lost a yard. Lenny Barney did a fine job of stringing the play out, allowing help to come up. Second and 11. Kelly may be favoring that pulled muscle of his a little bit. He doesn't seem to have his quickness, his shiftiness today. He just may be taking a little easy since he's been out for almost 2 games. Here's Collins, split out of right end, 5 yards. Warfield flanked out to the left. Hand off on a trap to Kelly, right tackle, no hold, about the 22-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 8. Tackle made by Wayne Walker, the right linebacker, and by Alex Karras, the left tackle. Gain of 3. It's 3rd and 8. Right. All Warfield, so 7 yards split at left end. Milt Morin splits 3 at right end. 3rd and 8. Nelson to throw. He pumps, he fires, it is incomplete. Intended for Milt Morin and battered away by Mike Weger. 31-yard line. Browns will have to punt. And dropping back in double safety for Detroit, Larry Walton and Lem Barney. One-handed grab by Cockroft, and the kick's away. Lem Barney calling for the fair catch and holds it on the 35-yard line. A 43-yard punt, and he had a one-hand the ball. You know, the Browns seriously practice that sometimes, some bad snaps, just in case that happens in a ball game and that the punter knows what to do with it. McCullough will split it left end, 7 yards. John Wright is the flanker to the right. Sanders out about a half yard at right end. Whoops. Uh-oh. Men in motion. Right tackle, Rodney Freitas, was moving on the play before the ball was snapped. It'll cost them 5. It'll be 1st and 15. McCullough splits 5 at left end. Sanders, about a half yard split. Hand off to Watkins, cutting outside the end. Gregory's got him on the 31 and drills him down. Help by Upshaw and Lindsay. Right flanks to the right. Sanders out a half yard at right end. McCullough's out about 3 at left end. Munson rolling to his right. Going to throw to his left if he can. He's in trouble. Down by Gregory on the 19 or 20. They'll spot it. 20-yard line. 11-yard loss. Gregory again. Browns are putting in their prevent defense, I believe. Yep. They'll have 4 linebackers, 3 linemen, and the 4 defensive backs. Darlington is the extra man to move in. And they also put rookie Bob Oliver in as sort of
right is flanked out to the left. Munson hands to Parr. He's going to run with it. He's nailed by Garlington. Gets away to the 25, and he's going to be pulled down on the 29. John Garlington couldn't hang on to him in the backfield. Lindsay made the tackle. The Lions will have to punt. 8-yard pickup.
Munson has been quoted as saying quarterbacking is nothing more than 3 seconds of concentration followed by a rude interruption. Now he knows what he means as Dallas comes back to lead Philadelphia 28-7 now.
Lem Barney will punt. Reese Morrison and Walt Sumner in double safety between the Browns' 30 and 35. Low snap. One-handed by Barney and gets the kick away, a low one. Reese Morrison drops it on the 41. Fumble. Lions have recovered the ball on the Cleveland 43. Went right down through his hands and hit him on the knee and bounced away. And Ed Flanagan recovers for Detroit. It'll be put on the 44-yard line.
Well, there was a line drive punt, too. Those are very, very dangerous to try to field.
John Wright will flank to the right side. Sanders out 3 at right end. McCullough's out 5 at left end. Munson hands the ball to Parr. He's trapped. He was going to throw it. He is stopped back on the 47-yard line of Detroit by Walter Johnson. He didn't get a chance to put his arm up in the air. Boy, Parr is really upset.
That was a great defensive play, but Jib, they know that the Detroit Lions do an awful lot of cute things, such as that. Not necessarily cute, but they'll run from punt formation, things like that. And they were alerted to this Parr throwing the option pass, and Johnson was right there. They've been talking about that all this week.
After this one, folks. McCullough splits about 10 at left end. Wright is flanked to the right. Sanders out a yard at right end. Munson to throw. He's under pressure. He throws. It is dropped on the 41 of the Browns by Charlie Sanders. 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Cleveland Browns Football Network.
This is the radio home of the Cleveland Browns. WHK and WMMS-FM Metro Media Radio, Cleveland.
Had his arms open and did not belt him from the back. Many of your defensive ends would have.
3rd down, 18. Wright is flanked to the right. McCullough's out 5 at left end. Munson back to throw. He looks. He fires in the middle, and it is caught by McCullough. He's down on the 28-yard line. That'll be a first down and a diving catch. Sumner was there with him. 24-yard pickup. First down on the 28-yard line. Lions quarterbacks have been nailed 5 times today. 44 yards and losses. 2 minutes remaining. An official timeout on the field. The score, the Browns 7, the Lions nothing.
Now their deepest penetration down to the Browns 28.
Wright is the flanker to the right. Sanders out 2 at right end. McCullough's out about 10 at left end. Munson's going to throw it. He looks. He throws deep, and it is an incomplete in the end zone. Dale Lindsay and Walt Sumner broke it up. McCullough, the intended receiver.
Boy, he's a fast one, I'll tell you. Just recently, within the past couple of series that they've been going to McCullough, they didn't go to him in the first quarter too much, but they're going to him now, and he is awfully fast.
John Wright is flanked to the left. Sanders out a half yard at left end. McCullough splits 5 at right end. Munson rolling left to throw. Set. He's hit. He fires. Caught by Watkins. Gets away to the 15. East to the 10. Down on about the 7-yard line. Tackle made by Erich Barnes. 21-yard pickup. Timeout called by Detroit with a minute 36 remaining. Well, started play early and an incomplete pass. Munson intended for Watkins out in the left corner of the end zone and a flag on the play. It's against Detroit, apparently. They're talking to co-captain Jim Houston. Illegal procedure, and it is accepted. Out to the 13-yard line. Well, still first down. Minute and a half remaining. actual split at left end, about 10, 12 yards. McCullough's a slot back left. Watkins a wing back to the right. And Sanders is out about 2 yards at right end. Oh, come on. Offside Cleveland. Munson's going to throw it. Fires deep. Man open. Touchdown to McCullough. And I believe the Browns were offside on the play, so it'll be a touchdown. Touchdown on the play. 1:25 remaining in the half. A 13-yard touchdown pass. The two wide receivers did a cross, and McCullough was wide open in the end zone. Errol Mann will attempt the point. Rasmussen will hold. 10-yard line. There's the spot. Kick is up. It's good. There's an official timeout on the field. The score, the Browns 7, the Lions 7.
Browns have 1 minute, 24 seconds remaining in the half to get back on the scoreboard. Here's Errol Mann's kickoff.
Bo Scott and Charlie Lee are deep. That's well hit. Bo Scott has it. 1 yard deep. Coming out. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 right sideline, 30, 35. Stiff arms one man, and he finally still on his feet at the Detroit 40-yard line, all the way down to the 36. I thought he went out of bounds upfield. Tackled by Craig Cotton. 65-yard return. 1:13 remaining in the half. Browns out on the field to go quickly without a huddle.
Already they had it in field goal territory, but time enough to run a series.
When out of bounds, the Browns can huddle. I thought he went out of bounds near midfield. I was watching for the official. He didn't indicate it. Warfield flanks far to the left. Morin's out 2 at left end. Collins splits 5 at right end. Nelson back to throw. In the middle. Warfield's got it. He's down on the 25 to the 23-yard line. Pulled down by Walker and Bond. Browns in a hurry without a huddle. Collins flanked to the right side this time. Warfield's out 5 at left end. Morin splits 3 at right end. 54 seconds. Flags are dropped.
That'll stop the clock, and they're pointing to a Brown offensive lineman, Hoagland. Let's see what happens. It is against the Browns.
Back to the 29-yard line on a 5-yard illegal procedure penalty. 53 seconds remaining. Browns out of the huddle. Jerry Collins flanked to the right. Milt Morin splits 3 at right end. Paul Warfield's out 5 yards at left end. Nelson to throw. He has it batted away at the line of scrimmage by blitzing linebacker Paul Nama. Throwing either to Morin at the 20 or Collins at about the 10. Out on the right sideline. Now it is 2nd down and 15 to go. 48 seconds remaining. Browns are in field goal range anyway. Gary Collins, a 5-yard split at right end. Nelson to throw it. Sets, has time, delivers deep, and it is intercepted by Barney in the end zone. He's coming out to the 5, 10, 15, drops the ball. It's rolling loose down on the 21. Fred Hoagland recovers for Cleveland. On the 22. Barney just drops the ball, and Hoagland picked it up on the 22-yard line. Timeout, Cleveland. 34 seconds remaining. Great. That's about a 7-yard gain in a great play. Who recovered it? I didn't even know. Freddie Hoagland. Freddie Hoagland got it.
The only thing that did was eat up a little time, so it says 34 seconds, but it's a 1st and 10 for the Browns on the Detroit 23-yard line. Too much play left to go in the locker room, so now he's down there with Bob Nussbaumer.
Warfield flank left. Morin's out 2 at left end. Collins a 5-yard split at right end. Nelson throwing back in the pocket, looking, firing to Collins. He's open. Touchdown! To the middle of the gym and cut outside, and Lem Barney was nowhere around.
That's right. It wasn't exactly the way they scored against Washington on the last one because he didn't take the deep cut. But he went to the outside as Barney, Collins is known for going to the post, and he had to protect that. Went to the outside, got it just a yard inside the goal line.
25 seconds left in the half. They scored in the first quarter with 12 seconds left. Clock off to attempt the point. Nelson holding. There's the spot. Kicks up. It's good. Browns have taken a 14-7 lead with 25 seconds left in the half.
I imagine the Browns thought they were going to go into the half with a 7-point lead, which they may do, but they were expecting to go in with a 7-0 score. But after the punt fumble by Morrison, the Lions moved down 56 yards in 8 plays, and the Browns came right back after that interception by Barney, and the resulting fumble went 36 yards in 4 plays, that is after the return on the first play. Then Collins on the 23-yard touchdown pass, and Nelson is 2 for 2 tonight this afternoon, and his overall statistics show 16 attempts, 8 completions, and 119 yards for 2 touchdowns. From Marv Upshaw's kickoff here.
Larry Walton and Lem Barney are deep. There's a short line drive. They can't return. Almost! Browns recover! On the 23-yard line. Lions, Charlie Lee couldn't pick it up. Charlie Lee fell on the ball on the 23-yard line. That took 2 seconds. It hit one of the linemen, Jim Yarborough, a rookie from Florida, and it skipped right off his leg. And the Browns get it back on the 23.
I don't think that was an onside kick, do you?
I think he just hit it high so it was not being kicked up in the air and allow the safeties to return it.
You know, this is the same yard line that Nelson just hit Collins, the 23-yard line. Now you're down to 23 seconds. That's all that took because the clock didn't stop till it hit the receiver. Browns now down to just 1 timeout. A lot of action in this last couple of minutes. I think we had the 2-minute warning about a half hour ago.
23 seconds, 23 yards. Here come the Browns out of the huddle. Gary Collins flanked out to the right. Milt Morin splits 3 at right end. Warfield's out about 4 at left end. Nelson back to throw. Screen from the right flat is batted away by Joe Robb and a flag on the play. Dropped at the 28-yard line is apparently holding. 15 big ones. That'll put the ball out to the Cleveland 43-yard line. Umpire Joe Muha caught the Browns holding.
Well, they were hit with one of those just before their first touchdown to Warfield. The ball now back on the 43-yard line. Those are costly, especially when it takes it not out of field goal range, but it would take an unusual effort, and especially with only now 18 seconds remain.
First down and 30 to go. Browns out of the huddle. Collins flank right. Morin's out 2 to the right. Warfield splits 4 at left end. Nelson, the throw. Drills one in the middle. Warfield got it. He's down on the 23-yard line. They hit him when he was down, but it's legal because he had not been touched. Timeout Cleveland. 10 seconds remaining. 20-yard pickup. Back to the original line of scrimmage. Morin did a short break over the middle. Ball went about 10 yards deeper, and he was wide open.
He was wide open. Had the pass not been so low, I think Paul probably could have gotten and at least picked up another 5, 6, maybe 8 yards. I don't think it had gone all the way, but it was low, and so he had to make a dive for the ball. Now the Browns have used up all their timeouts now. We're down to 10 seconds remaining.
The last one's preferred. Warfield flank to the left. Morin's out 3 at left end. Collins splits 5 at right end. Nelson to throw. 9, 8 seconds. 7. Right sideline deep to Collins. A touchdown!
Probably bold enough to call the identical play. I know when Collins got the ball that Barney was so mad that he shut Collins and he hit one of those speakers on the sideline.
Same play. That stops the clock. 5 seconds left. Cockcroft to attempt the point. Nelson holding. Snap. Spot. Kick. Good. Browns go up. 21-7.
Do you realize that there was a minute 25 seconds remaining in the first half when the Lions tied it up. So 3 touchdowns have been scored in the last 85 seconds. 23 yards in 2 plays after Charlie Lee's recovery of that fumbled kickoff. Last week, but as if the first half is any indication, it just might be.
Here's the approach. Walton and Barney are deep. Barney on the 7, 10, 15, 20, right sidelines, 25, down. Charlie Lee's got him on the 29. The clock shows no time. Haven't heard the gun yet. Well, now it'll start. There's the gun. That's the end of the first half. With the score, the Browns 21, the Lions 7. We'll be back with halftime sports in the second half of today's game after the news.
After 3.5 innings, the baseball game, Minnesota and Baltimore. Here's the kickoff, Browns to Detroit.
Larry Walton and Lem Barney back at the goal line. Walton 4, drops it, picks it up. 5, 10 at the middle. He's nailed by Chip Glass on the 15-yard line. Hitting from the side. Right is flanked to the left. Sanders tight at left end. McCullough splits 7 at right end. Munson hands the ball to Farr outside the end, cuts inside, drilled down on about the 19-yard line by Walter Johnson. Or as his teammates call him, Zoom. Second down, 6 to go. Right will split 8 yards at left end. McCullough's slot back to the left, and Walton's a wing back, make that Watkins a wing back to the right. And off to Farr, right tackle, not much of a hole. Squirts now to about the 24. He dived for about the last 3 yards after Upshaw hit him. That will make it now. Third and about a yard to go.
Munson is the quarterback who played out his option with L.A. and was in on that multiple trade that involved Watkins and Plum and Pat Studstill, and Watkins is retired and Plum has gone to the Giants and deactivated, and only Studstill is left. They also gave up a number 1 draft choice. It cost him a lot.
Third and 1. Munson hands to Farr, right tackle. He's hit hard on about the 24 rather. Now he fumbled the ball, but the whistle was blown. Oh, there's a little pepper flare. Mel Farr took a swing at Walter Johnson, and Walter took a swing back. Mel Farr, as we said in the first half, was very frustrated because he has only picked up lumps instead of yardage today. Now the forward progress is about the 24, so it's going to be 4th down and still about a yard to go. And the Lions will have to punt. Steve Farr is only 27 yards and 11 carries. He's the boy who said he was going to pick up 1,000 this year. Reese Morrison and Walt Sumner back in double safety around the Browns 40. Lem Barney will punt it for Detroit. Good snap. Not a very good kick. Short one. Fair catch called for. Held by Morrison. Whoop, right up on the shoulder pads. On the Cleveland 42-yard line. A 34-yard punt. Browns have excellent field position on about the 42.5. Hoagland snaps to Nelson, hands to Kelly, hurdles a man at the 45, goes down on the 47-yard line over right tackle, Joe Robb. And Paul Namoff, the left linebacker, making the tackle. Collins splits 5 at right end, Warfield flank left, Morin's out a yard and a half at left end. Nelson back to throw. Quick one, caught by Warfield, 45 of the Lions, to the 40 to the 39-yard line. Milt Morin and Paul Warfield did a cross, and they picked off the cornerback, and he's telling the referee about it. That's 14-yard pickup, first down. Nelson appeared to fumble the snap, but he grabbed it in a hurry and didn't interfere with the timing of the play. Uyghur made the tackle. All on the Detroit 39. Collins flank right. Morin out 2 at right end. Warfield splits 5 at left end. Nelson to throw. Fires deep to Collins, overthrown, incomplete at the 5-yard line. Nelson had to get rid of it in a hurry because Larry Hand had a big rush on him. So he threw it where nobody could get it. 2nd and 10. Warfield has 6 catches for 101 yards. Warfield splits 5 to the left, Collins flank to the right. Morins out about 2-3 yards, split it right in. Nelson to Collins, right sidelines, overthrown, out of bounds on the 34. Gary couldn't quite reach it. Lem Barney was out covering on the play. It'll be 3rd and 10. St. Louis and Pittsburgh, then Dallas. Collins flank to the right. Morins out 2 at right end. Warfield splits 5 at left end. Blitz on. Fake handoff. Nelson's in trouble. Down he goes. Flag on the play also. Tackle back on about the 47. We have holding against the Browns. Probably will take the loss. Vaughn, safety man, had blitzed in. Let's see. Now they're going to mark at the 50-yard line. Spot of the tackle. Andrews snaps it back. Beautiful high spiral. Hits on the 4. Kept out. Down on the 3. Flag on the play at the 11. Flag on the play at the 11. Ball was downed on the 3-yard line. Chip Glass was down there. Al Jenkins. 46-yard punt. Now we have a flag dropped at the 11, which apparently is against Detroit.
I think they have an illegal procedure on that, Gib, because once you call for a fair catch, which they did, the man calling cannot throw a block, which he did.
That's what it is. Illegal procedure declined. Detroit starts on their own 3.
The Duquesne Brewing Company, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Detroit starting play on the 3-yard line with McCullough split out to the right. Handoff comes to Mel Farr. He's hit at the 5-yard line by Bob Matheson and Walter Johnson. Farr and Eddie now are the running backs. Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. Cleveland with a 2-touchdown lead. McCullough split out 5-7 to the left. Eddie's a slot left. The right is flanked out to the right. Sanders splits to his right end. Munson back in the end zone to throw it. He's running to his left. He's looking. He's in trouble. He throws short. Incomplete at the 8 and almost intercepted. A flag dropped in the end zone. Might be... We'll wait and see what it is.
You could get a score out of this if it were offensive holding. This is one of the few times that you can penalize a score.
Intentional grounding has been declined.
That was obvious because there wasn't a Lion receiver near, or even a Lion man near that where Munson dumped the ball, which was near the sideline at about the 10-yard line. He had plenty of time back there, but he just couldn't spring anybody loose. It's simply an incomplete forward pass.
Right flanks to the right. Sanders out 2 at right end. McCullough split 7 at left end. Munson back in the end zone again to throw. Under pressure. Fires in the middle. It is incomplete at the 21-yard line. And Wright couldn't hang on to the ball. Thrown low. Summers guarding on the play, and a big hand for the defense for holding the line back on the 5. Jim, I think the Browns probably will put a rush on the punter.
Well, they could call for a fair catch here because Barney is averaging only 33 yards in the first half, and he probably won't be able to get it much beyond the 35-yard line.
Summers and Morrison are deep. Not much of a rush. Kick is away. Fair catch called for by Sumner. Holds it on the Detroit 47 yards.
And you go to Reese and say, why did you run with it? He said, I have no idea why I ran with it.
Warfield flanks to the left. Collins out forward right end. Milt Morris tight at left end. Off to Johnson, sweeping right in, gets knocked down at the 46-yard line. Lions were jumping around the defensive line, making changes right at the time the ball was snapped. Namoff, the left linebacker, made the tackle. Gain of about a yard. Brown's running game has not been too effective yet this afternoon. 52 yards total. Collins flanked right. Morin out a yard at right end. Warfield out 5 at left end. Second down, 9 to go on the Detroit 46. On the draw, Ron Johnson cuts to the outside, left end 45-40. Johnson to the 35. Down he goes on the 30-yard line. Flag down. Lions hit Johnson after he was down. That may cost them 15 big ones. Here's another temper flare on the field. Fred Hoagland is one of them. I wouldn't doubt that's Mike Lucci.
Mike Lucci it is.
16-yard gain on the play, and Johnson was hit after he went down, and that cost Detroit 15 yards. Pass down on the 15-yard line. Left end. Nelson hands off Johnson, left guard and tackle, gets to about the 13-yard line. Wayne Walker, right linebacker on the stop. Second and 8. 7 minutes, 42 seconds to play. Third quarter, Cleveland leading 21-7. Flank to the right, Milt Morin splits 2 at right end. Warfield splits 4 at left end. Ball on the Detroit 13. Nelson back to throw to Collins. Incomplete at about the 3-yard line. He was held up on the 5 by Barney before the ball was thrown, which is legal. And Nelson had already started to throw the ball as Gary pulled away from Barney, but they misjudged the timing on the play.
They go into a 4-4 defense there, and then they'll blitz their 2 middle linebackers. You may think that's a little odd because you're normally used to just 1, but they had 4 men right behind the 4 up front on that one, and then your 2 middle linebackers went in on the blitz on that one.
Morin's out 2 at right end. Collins flank to the right. Warfield splits 4 at left end. Nelson to throw. Warfield overthrown on the goal line, incomplete, and the Browns will go for 3. Hoagland will snap it. High snap, gets away from Nelson, rolling back on the 40-yard line, and it's recovered by Detroit on about the 46 is Mike Wiegert. There's another fight on the field, and that was broken up in a hurry.
Madison is going to unload on the referee there.
That would have been a mistake. Now they're putting the ball at almost the Browns' 49-yard line. Uyghur didn't try to have possession at the 46, so they ruled it was still a live ball. So the Browns couldn't do anything with it. 36-yard loss. All right, McCullough splits out 8 to the left. Wright is flanked out far to the right. Sanders out 3 at right end. Munson dropping back to throw. He sets. He's hit as he fires. It is overthrown down at the 30-yard line. Intended for McCullough or Sanders. And Jack Gregory wrapped Bill Munson just as he started to release the ball.
To them, Green Bay and the Vikings and Minnesota up there.
Wright is flanked to the left. McCullough's out 5 at right end. Sanders out about a yard at left end. Munson back to throw again. And a blitz on. He throws deep. Incomplete. Dropped on the 31-yard line. A little low for McCullough. Erich Barnes covering on the play. Jim, even when Green Bay was winning titles every year, they had trouble with Minnesota.
I can recall when, that's right, I think the Packers lost 4 games once. Still won their championship, and 2 of them were to Minnesota. Most unusual when you can beat the same team twice, especially when that team wins its division.
McCullough splits 10 to the left. Sanders out a yard at right end. And Wright is flanked to the right. Munson to throw. Fires. Caught by Sanders down on the 34, and he's pulled down on the 33-yard line. While they're setting, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Cleveland Browns Football Network.
This is the radio home of the Cleveland Browns. WHK and WMMS FM Metro Media Radio, Cleveland.
Wright flanks to the right. Fires Eddie's a slot left. Munson to throw. Flag down. Fires out of bounds, incomplete. And another short altercation at the line of scrimmage. Chuck Walton, the left guard of Detroit. Marvin Upshaw, Browns right tackle, apparently holding. Right, flanks right. McCullough's out 7 at the left end. Sanders out 2 at right end. Munson, back to throw. Under pressure, screen to the right. Caught by Watkins, 45-50. He runs into one of his own men now. He gets hit at about the 41 of the Browns. Ran into Sanders. The end who was trying to block on the play. That's an 11-yard pickup. Matheson made the tackle. It fires back in. Watkins going out. Turn now. Joe Schmidt sending in plays with his running backs. 4:58 to play, third quarter. No scoring yet in the period. Browns leading 21-7. White is flanked to the left. McCullough's out 7 at right end. Back to throw goes Munson. Fires. Caught by Sanders. Sumner pulls him down on the 30-yard line. It'll be 11-yard gain again. It'll be third down, about 6, almost 7 to go. At the Cleveland 30. Munson's starting to find the range now. Munson's 8 out of 15. White is flanked to the right. McCullough's out 5 yards split at left end. Sanders out about a half yard at right end. Munson to throw, offside Cleveland. Munson fires. Caught by Sanders on about the 22, and he's caught standing up. And Sanders and Erich Barnes sort of hug each other. Erich didn't throw him down. 9-yard pickup, which will be a first down, and the offside penalties decline.
Marvin Upshaw has been getting real itchy on the line and has stepped over several times. He's also gotten to the passer several times. In his anxiety, however, he has been offside on several occasions.
Bill Munson is sort of jerking as he's calling the signals, and of course the linemen are taught to go on the ball, or keep the ball in the corner of their eye. Now getting timeout or something. Cleveland's calling a timeout. An official timeout on the field. The score, the Browns 21, the Lions 7. John Wright is the flanker to the left for Detroit. Ends are out about 2 yards. Both sides. Munson to throw it. And he's set. He's hit. He throws the ball. A flag on the play. Caught by Farr, and he goes down for a touchdown. Flag on the play, however. Munson did a great job of throwing the ball as Gregory was knocking him down. Illegal procedure against Detroit nullifies the touchdown. Well, the Browns had one call back. 5 yards, back to the 26-yard line. $45 yards apiece. Some penalties today. Wright flanks to the left. McCullough's out 5 at right end. Sanders out a yard at left end. Munson to throw. Fires deep. End zone. It is a touchdown to John Wright. Beat Walt Sumner on the play in the corner of the end zone. 26-yard touchdown. Same thing happened to the Browns in the first quarter. They had a call back, and on the next play they scored. Well, the Lions are now within 8. Extra point to follow. Errol Mann to attempt the point. Wayne Rasmussen will hold. Ball spotted, kicks in the air, it is good. There's an official timeout on the field with the score. The Browns 21, the Lions 14.
Every color TV set has a special low price to celebrate FCM Color TV Week. Forest City has big color TV for $244, every famous make. Now you get long-term manufacturer's guarantees, and you must be completely satisfied because Forest City guarantees it. Buy color TV now at Forest City for as low as $244. Pay nothing until next year. During FCM Color TV Week, the excitement is not in the shows, it's in the price. And FCM's price is the most exciting thing in color TV. Shop for a City today. Prices were never lower. FCM Color TV Week is this week.
It was after a fumbled punt return and also a bad snap from center on a field goal attempt that the Lions have been able to cash in, and the Browns continue to do it the hard way. One of these days they've got to come up with a laugher where they get about 30, 35 points ahead.
Kicked by man. Lee and Scott are deep. Scott has it 5 yards deep in the end zone, and he'll stay there with it. The Browns will start play at the 20-yard line. Browns out of the huddle. Collins flank to the right. Warfield's out 4 yards at left end. Kelly and Johnson, the running backs. Give to Ron Johnson. Left guard and tackle. Not much of a hole. Pulled down on the 22-yard line by Wayne Walker, the right linebacker, and Larry Hand, the defensive right end.
Over several of them, he said they have the best crop of college quarterbacks he's ever seen.
Collins flank to the right. Warfield out 4 at left end. Blitz on. Nelson throws to Collins, and it is incomplete. Collins batted it up in the air, and he and Lynn Barney were fighting for it, and it trickled out of bounds. They were grabbing it. They blitz on that time. Nelson just threw the ball as he was hit. Third down, 8 to go. Neither offense has exactly sparkled this afternoon. Gary Collins flanked out to the right. Milt Morin splits 3 at right end. Warfield's out 5 yards split at left end. Third and 8. Flag down. Nelson to throw. Drills it. It is incomplete. Intended for Milt Morin at the 36-yard line. I believe the Lions were offside, although they may have been pulled.
I think it was Joe Robb that was doing the moving there, the left defensive end for the Lions.
Collins flanked to the right. Morin's out 2 at right end. Warfield splits 7 at left end, and Kelly is a slot back to the left. Nelson to throw. Warfield's got it. 32. Down on the 32. First down. Wayne Walker made the tackle. First down for the Browns. The 11-yard pickup.
Took a pretty good catch by Warfield on that one, perhaps the best of the day, even though it picked up just 5 yards, but it did get the first down. It was thrown behind him. He had to turn around.
Collins flank to the right. Morin's tight at right end. Warfield out about 4 at left end. First and 10. Nelson drops the snap. Fumble. Detroit's ball on the 31. Joe Robb made the tackle. It looked as though Nelson started to pull away from the center, and the ball was late being snapped and hit his hand, if it hit his hand at all. So Detroit gets a break, and they're only down 7 points.
You know, Gib, Hoagland has been involved in several scraps out there, and I suppose they're trying to get to him, and he could be a little shaky himself on this, you know. He's getting a lot of lip probably from Mike Lucci, and that might not have been Nelson's fault at all.
Lions have a wing left, slot to the right. And the handoffs to Nick Eddy, outside left end. Gets hit by one, spins down and knocked down on the 24-yard line. Got away from Dale Lindsey at about the 30. Matheson finally made the tackle. It's good for 7 yards. Second and 3. Now the ball's on the 24-yard line.
This makes it rough for any defense when it goes to the bench expecting a little rest, and then the offense coughs up the ball and the defense has to come back in. Done a whale of a job, both sides, as you mentioned it.
1 minute left in the third quarter. Wright flanks out to the right. McCullough splits 5 at left end. Hand off to Eddy. Hit at the line. Still going. 20, 16. Again, Eddy made a good run after he hit at the line of scrimmage. Sean Lindsey finally made the tackle. First down for Detroit. Spot the ball almost at the 16. Wright is flanked to the right. Sanders out a half yard at right end. McCullough's out 5 at left end. Munson hands to Eddy, right tackle, hit at the 15, falls at the 13-yard line. Jim Houston made the tackle. Matheson helped on it. There's the gun. That's the end of the third quarter with the score. The Browns 21, the Lions 14.
In Chicago, now all tied up 21 each as Concannon scored on a 1-yard plunge. Bears against the Giants.
Second and 6 for Detroit on the Cleveland 13. Wright flanks to the right. McCullough splits 7 at left end. Munson's going to throw it. Set. Fires. Man open. Got it. It's Sanders. He's down to the 2 to the 1, and Houston knocks him down on the 1-yard line. First down, goal to go for Detroit. That's a 12-yard pickup. Brown sending part of the goal line unit now, and defensive lineman Paul Oliver and Joe Rigetti. Ends are in. Wright is flanked to the right. Hand off to Eddie at the goal line. He's in for the touchdown. 14 minutes, 6 seconds to play in the ball game, and the Lions have tied it again.
And that's Nick Eddie's second touchdown in his pro career. He's basically a third-year man. He got his first last week on a pass reception. However, 1 year he was injured considerably. Came from Notre Dame with all kinds of plaudits, praises, laudatory, of course. And that's just his second pro touchdown.
And Errol Mann to attempt the point. Offside. Kick is up. It's good. Browns, I believe, are offside on the play. They were. It's good. 10 official timeout on the field. The score, the Browns 21, the Lions 21. Scott and Charlie Lee at the goal line. Line drive. Hits on the 5. Lee fumbles it on the 4. Picks it up at the 5. Heads for the right sideline. He's hit at the 10 and goes down on about the 11-yard line. Six-yard return. Ed Mooney made the tackle. Well, the Browns have the ball now deep in their own territory at the 11-yard line. We're about a minute 10 into this fourth quarter. High ball game. Browns break the huddle. Collins flank to the right. Barnes out a yard at right end. Warfield splits 5 at left end. Give to Kelly, right tackle. Hit at about the 13, and that's it. Wayne Walker was one of them. Alex Karras. 2-yard pickup. 2nd and 8. Mike Lucci helped on it.
Successful field goal attempt, but it's all tied up now.
Warfield flank left. Collins out 5 to the right. Pitch to Kelly, stumbles, and he's knocked down at the 10. Kelly lost his footing as he was waiting for the flip from Nelson, and he fell down on the 10, so it's a loss of 3.
We just hope that he didn't pull that muscle on that one.
Now it's 3rd down and 11 to go. Warfield flank left. Morin out 2-3 at left end. Collins splits 7 at right end. Nelson back to throw. Under pressure. Fires one deep. It is intercepted by Dick LeBeau on the 44, and Warfield hauls him down. Nelson led Warfield just a little too much. And the Lions get the ball again on the Cleveland 44-yard line. And we have 12:05 remaining in the ball game. It appears the momentum may have changed now. Wright splits out 10 to the right. McCullough slot back right. Farr is a wing back to the left. Munson gives to Eddie. Left tackle a hold to the 40, 35, to the 30, to the 28-yard line. Nick Eddie. 16 yards. And his running now is also sparking the Lions offense. John Garlington made the tackle. He's replaced Dale Lindsey at right linebacker. Lions out of the huddle. Now they're in field goal range. McCullough splits 7 to the right. Wright is flanked to the left. Give to Farr, right tackle. Hit at the 25. Caught standing up. Upshaw led the tackling. Freddie Summers up from safety. Picked up of about 3, 2nd and 7. Wright is flanked to the right. McCullough's out 5 to the left. Sanders splits 3 to the right. On the draw, Farr up the middle, 25, 20, 19, 18. Garlington pulls him down at about the 17-yard line. That should be a first down. caught an 8-yard pickup. It is. Detroit first down.
Matheson had a good shot at him there, but he spun off of him at about the 22 and got down to the 17.
Right is split 10 yards to the left. Slot back to the left. Mel fires a wing back to the right. Munson gives to Eddie up the middle. 15 to about the 12-yard line. Johnson and Upshaw make the tackle. Gain of 5. Second down and 5 to go. Now the Lions running game is moving. McCullough splits 5 at left end. Right, flanked out to the right. Munson gives the ball to Eddie. Right tackle, no hold. Jammed up by Matheson, by Upshaw, and Gregory. Let's see if he got a yard. Nope, no gain.
Field goal if they don't get the first down or touchdown on this third down play.
John Wright flanks to the right. McCullough splits 5 at left end. Sanders out 2 at right end. Munson's going to throw it. Set. He is hit. He gets away. He's running to the 10. Munson to the 5. Down on the 2-yard line. Munson had everybody covered, and he ran up the middle for 10-yard pickup. A first down and goal to go on the 2-yard line.
Well, there's a case where your perfect coverage backfired. They were dropping back, make sure they had all the receivers covered, and the quarterback just ran with the ball.
Ends are in. Right flank to the right. Give to Parr. Left tackle all the way in, standing up for the touchdown. He ran all the way out of the end zone. So with 7:39 remaining in the ball game, the Lions go on top. Waiting for the snap. There it is. Kick is up. It is good. There's an official timeout on the field with the score, the Lions 28, the Browns 21.
Lions have cashed in on 4 errors by the Browns as they've given up the ball through a variety of reasons.
Lee and Scott in double safety. There's the kick. A little short. It's on the 8, rolling toward the sidelines, and it goes out of bounds. But I believe Charlie Lee touched it. Charlie Lee touched the ball at the 2 before it went out of bounds. He wasn't, I'll tell you, the ball was threatening to stay inbounds. Morrison's a wing left. Collins flank to the right. The ends are in. Ron Johnson, it's left tackle to the 4, to about the 5, to the 6-yard line. 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Cleveland Browns Football Network.
This is the radio home of the Cleveland.
Collins flank to the right. Second down and 6 to go. Ends are in. Give to Morrison up the middle. Skirts the 10, 12, 13. Should be a first down. Mike Weeger made the tackle. A very small hole, and Morrison squirted through it, stumbled partway, and got enough for the first down at the 13-yard line. Collins flanked to the right, and Morrins out a yard at right end. Warfield splits 4 at left end. Nelson to throw. Right sidelines. It is almost intercepted on the 20 by Lem Barney. Nelson waited on Collins, and Gary then, instead of the sideline pass, started to break up field, and Nelson had already delivered it to the sidelines, and Barney was out there by himself.
One more pump on the part of Nelson on that one had he been able to hold on to the ball, and it had Gary going down the sidelines by himself.
Put just about a yard and a half. Second and 10. Reese Morrison on the handoff, trying to sweep the corner. He's in trouble. Hit at the 12. Down at the 12. Frank Lucci. Tommy Vaughn on the tackle. Mark at the 11. Loss of 2. Third down, 12. 5:52 remaining in the ballgame. Collins out 5 at right end. Nelson back to throw. In the middle. Morin got it. Down on the 25 and a flag on the play. Bond made the tackle. 14-yard pickup and a first down. Interference declined. Browns first down on the 25-yard line. Morrison's a wingback to the left. Nelson back to throw. Blitz on. He fires to Warfield. He's open at the 45 of the Lions. Down to the 40. Down to the 37-yard line. Nelson to Warfield. And the Browns picked up all the blitzers. Flag on the play. Down on the 22-yard line. Hold it. Flag at the Browns' 22-yard line.
Be against Detroit? No, I guess not.
It's bringing it back. 38-yard pass play is nullified. Wait a minute now. Detroit's upset about something.
That's what I saw originally. That's why I thought it would be against Detroit.
Wait a minute. They're going to bring it back. Wait a minute. The ball now is placed on the 11 by the referee. One of the other officials is talking to him right now. And a big discussion on the field. Now, three of the officials get together. Now they're going to bring it up the other way. Ball's placed back at the 25. We apparently have offsetting penalties. Morrison is a wingback to the left. Nelson to throw. Deep. Warfield again. It is intercepted by Weegar, and he's pulled down on the Detroit 39-yard line. Two men were on Warfield that time, Vaughn and Weegar. They came back with the same play. This time the Lions had it covered. So the Browns give up the ball again, and the Lions now would like to exercise some ball control. Only 5:10 remaining in the game. Third interception for Nelson. Wright is flanked to the right. McCullough splits 7 at left end. Sanders out a yard at right end. Hand off to Farr. Left tackle, he gets up to the 45-yard line. And again, Munson with that jerking motion as he's calling the signals, and the linemen are kind of going for it. Matheson made the tackle. Gain of 6, second and 4. 4.5 minutes remaining. Wright splits 8 yards at right end. McCullough's a slot right. Mel Farr is a wing back to the left. Give to Eddie. Left tackle cuts outside, gets hit at the 47, stops the 47-yard line. Gregory and Matheson made the tackle. It'll be third down. About 2 yards to go for the first down. This is a big play as far as the Browns are concerned. Trying to get the ball back.
82,933 for this afternoon's ball game. Another 82,000 crowd, missing by 67, 83,000.
John Wright flanks to the right. Third and 2. McCullough splits 5 at left end. Munson rolling out himself, turning left end, hit at the 49, but I believe he's got the first down as he's close to the 50. Munson rolled out. Gregory made the tackle. Munson got all of his 2 running backs. First down, Detroit. Almost at the 50. And only 3:10 remaining. McCullough splits 5 to the right. John Wright is flanked to the left. Munson gives to Farr. Right tackle breaks up to the 45-44 and driven back. Upshaw led the tackling. Summers is on the bottom. Mike Howell. That's a gain of almost 6 yards. Only 2:25 remaining. Ball on the Cleveland 44.5. Lions are just waiting out of the 2-minute warning. Not paying much attention in the huddle. 2-minute warning. And the Browns have their work cut out for them. But first they have to get the ball. Second and about 4 to go. Right flank to the right. McCullough's out 5 at left end. And off to Eddie, grabbed by Walter Johnson, but he fights to the 42-yard line. That'll bring up a big third down again, and about a yard to go for a first down.
They're staying on the ground. They're going to take their full time in the huddle.
1:42 remaining.
Summers is in there on the strong side safety.
McCullough splits to the right, 7 yards. Right flank to the left. Offside. And Farr is running down the field to the 25-yard line before he's finally pulled out. Let's see what's against now. The Browns decline. First down Detroit on the Browns' 25-yard line, just a minute 18 remaining. That's a 16-yard gain. I thought the whistle blew before the ball was snapped, but apparently not. Right flanks to the right. McCullough splits 7 at left end. Give to Farr, left tackle, a hole. He's down to the 20-yard line, and a flag dropped. Chuck Walton is trying to fight with his own teammates. Bill Munson just wrapped him on the helmet to get his attention. 15 yards against Detroit. Holding back to the 39-yard line. Splits 5 yards at right end. And off to Eddie up the middle. Not much of a hole. He's wrapped down on the 36-yard line. Houston and Lindsay on the tackle. Lions out of the huddle. Right is flanked to the right. McCullough splits about 7 yards at left end. Hand off to Eddie. Right tackle to the 30, 29, 28-yard line. 50 seconds. Only third down and about 13 to go. That's an 8-yard advance. Barnes on the tackle. 40 seconds. Hand off comes to Watkins, left tackle to about the 24-yard line. 27 seconds. The Lions do not have to run another play. 23 seconds. The huddle time is just starting now with 15 seconds remaining, so the Lions can just stand there. Browns have their first defeat of the season after getting a 21-7 halftime lead. There's the gun. That's the end of today's game with a final score, Detroit 28, Cleveland 21.